today's video, I'm going to answer some common questions I get about cloth diapering. So cloth diapering is one of the first topics I started sharing about back at the beginning of my YouTube journey when my son was just 8 to 10 months old. And I've been cloth diapering for 4 years with 3 children going on 4. So I have a lot of experience here in this area. I'll kind of show you what we have enjoyed the most, detergents we use. You're going to see my washing and hang drying folding routine as I'm talking to you through this video. So if you have any specific questions about that, leave them below because I won't actually be going through my exact wash routine in this video. I have other videos that do go through that, as well as stripping cloth diapers, kind of restoring them to their original beauty. So let me just jump into some questions. I don't want this to be a super long video. I want it to be very informative, very helpful for you guys if you are looking into cloth diapering. I always get asked how many diapers of each do we have. So we actually, I guess I should start out by telling you we use the brand Assembly. Honestly, for us, for the longevity that we have had for these diapers and the amount of children we've went through, these have more than paid for themselves compared to disposable diapers. So we use Assembly, the brand Assembly. They come in 2 different sizes, size 1 and size 2. Size 1 is rated for 7 to 17 pounds. Size 2 is rated for 18 to 36 pounds. So there's quite a wide range. And I always get questions about how many of each size do I have? How long does your child fit in the size 1? And I'll just answer that right up front. We have 15 size 1s and 12 size 2s. We did not start out with that many. Started out with 8 size 1s and 6 size 2s because I knew the size 2, my child was not going to be wetting as often. So you don't really need as many size 2s unless your child gets into size 2 really quick, because typically as the child gets older, they wet and poop less often. So you aren't changing quite as often as those early days when you're changing every hour to 2 hours in the size 1s. Another question I get is about the weights. Our children have actually fit into the size 1s well past the 17-pound mark. They have leg rolls, they have belly rolls, they are just an average sized baby. We can squeeze size 1s a bit longer than some people have told me they could. So this will totally be your baby's size preference, how you want to put the diapers on them. The size 1s are going to be a little snugger if you push past that weight limit range. More use out of the size 1s if I stretch them past that weight limit. So again, I've been asked that many times of, well, I'm looking to order cloth diapers. I need to know how many size 1s to buy. I don't actually know how long my baby will be 17 pounds. I found that the pound recommendation for us personally is not that big of a deal. I've squeezed our babies into the size 1s when they're right at 20 to 22, 23 pounds, and they're just fine. They're not like leaving indentation marks in my child. They're not like tight, but they are hooked on the last snap. It's been perfectly fine for us. And then for size 2s, my children have never been in diapers when they're 36 pounds. We usually potty train, toilet train around 1.5 to 2 years. So they're usually out of them by then. But again, that's going to be your child's preference. How quickly they toilet train, that's totally your family's preference. So you just kind of, I give you my recommendation of what we have, but it is going to vary on every family. Next, I was asked, have you noticed the back of the liner stretching out and the seal around the legs causing leaks? So these diapers have a stretchy back and they hook around the baby's waist. The liners have 1 snap on each side. The outer liners have 2 snaps on each side. So I have not noticed any stretching on our cloth diapers, but I don't dry ours very often. However, Assembly, the company who makes these diapers, says that drying the diapers should not cause any elasticity problems on the elastic. I've seen several people comment this on Instagram posts, threads from Assembly, and the company is so amazing. They have reached out to these families personally that have said they've had issues with their diapers and reached out to them about the issues and offered replacements. So they're very good about that. We personally have had no issues with stretching. All of our diapers are just as elastic and form-fitting to our child as they were when we got them. As far as the legs, sometimes when they're smaller, I would say that some of the legs might be a little loose, but then you have this outer cover, like the plasticky cover that goes around the diaper, and those hold in all the leaks because those have the 2 snaps on the front that are going to get a more snug fit than that inner diaper. So we've had no issues with the stretching out or our diapers tearing or ripping, but I do sun dry mine pretty much every time, so that does increase the longevity of them, taking care of them, not putting them in a hot dryer. But Assembly says that you should be able to dry these diapers over and over and over with no issue. So if you've had that issue and you use this brand that we use, reach out to the company. I've noticed they're very helpful with families who have had issues with that with their cloth diapers. Next, do you use them overnight? We do not. With our first child, we were not using the assembly brand, we were using flats, and we had some issues with overnight diapering, with ammonia burns, like a really bad rash on our child from basically burns from their urine. And it was very sad. So after that, my husband was like, we're not putting our child in cloth diapers at night. And I was willing to try it with this assembly brand, but he was not. So we just have not done our children in overnight cloth diapers. We do use disposable at night. Our favorite brand for disposable cloth diapers is Healthy Nest. They are on the EWG verified diaper list. I'll leave a link down below if you're interested in a very clean, fragrant-free, toxic-free diaper. There's a lot more now, but when we first started this, that was one of the top ones that was like the safest disposable diaper. So yes, we do use disposable at night. There are many families that cloth diaper at night. You can add things such as hemp liners, bamboo liners. You can use wool covers to help hold in leaks, but it wasn't so much for us the leaks, but the amount that our child wet the diaper at night, and that's sitting on them all night long. That was the problem for us. So if your child is not as heavy of a wetter, or maybe they do wake up a couple of times a night and you can change them still, then you probably could cloth diaper. When my youngest now was very little, she did sleep in her cloth diapers because we were doing elimination communication with her, and I was able to get up during the night and take her to the bathroom or change her if I needed to, so I wasn't having to let her sit in the diaper all night. But with our other two children, once they were sleeping through the night, I did not put them in cloth diapers. Now my youngest sleeps through the night, she sleeps in disposable as well. So I'm not against disposable diapers at all. I believe that any amount of cloth you can use is going to save you money in the long run, as well as like the waste that disposable diapers brings. I won't really get into that in this video, but for us, cloth diapers has been so economical, and just the few diapers we buy to have for nighttime has been no big deal for us. So I always say, if you want a cloth diaper, you don't have to be all or nothing. You can do cloth diapering part-time. You can do cloth diapering when you're home. You can do disposable when your child is at daycare. You can do cloth diapers in the daytime and disposable at night. It's totally customizable for your family if you were interested in cloth diapering, just to start saving you a little money here and there, because it has saved us so much money now with 3 children going on 4. What detergent do you use? So I have used a slew of detergents. They're all kind of blog posts and recommendations on cloth diapering detergents. I've never followed a single one. And I know that's probably sounds bad, and people are thinking, oh my goodness, you're gonna ruin your cloth diapers. I have not ruined our cloth diapers yet. Our cloth diapers are in wonderful shape. I've used a whole slew of detergents. Some of the ones I've used are Branch Basics is what I started with. It's actually not recommended for cloth diapers. I never had any issues with it, so take this with your own judgment. If you were comfortable trying a detergent with your diapers, go ahead with it. But if you're not comfortable pushing the recommendations, then go with the recommended detergent. Assembly, the company I'm sharing about here, does have their own detergent formulated for their diapers. I have personally not tried it because I've just had good success with other detergents. So the ones I've used are Branch Basics detergent, Country Save detergent, Defunkify, and a homemade detergent. For a while I was using homemade detergent. We weren't having success with it in our drains. It wasn't anything with the cloth diaper, so we switched back to a natural one, and we are now currently using Defunkify. Whatever detergent I'm using for the clothes, I use for the cloth diapers. We don't use fragrant-filled, scent-filled, power booster detergents for any of our clothing, so I don't have to use like a special baby-proof detergent for our diapers, because all of our detergents we've used are baby proof. They're safe for babies. We don't use bleach on our diapers. I had a lot of comments on my Facebook reel about this diapering, about you need to bleach those diapers. Those diapers are disgusting. Those diapers look dingy. Well, and it's the opinion of someone who uses bleach on everything that they might look dingy. But to us, they don't. They look perfectly white for being sun-dried. Over time, bamboo, cotton, certain fabrics will sort of yellow over time. If you ever notice you leave clothes in the attic for a while, like a lot of baby clothes, have yellowed over time from just the aging process. So we don't use bleach. If I need to truly whiten our diapers, I strip them, which I have an entire video on our stripping process. I'll link that down below for you guys, where I use borax and baking soda to whiten and brighten our diapers. I do not use bleach on diapers. We don't use bleach on anything. I just don't feel comfortable using that on a fabric that's going to touch my child's most delicate skin. And most people could argue that it's going to wash out, but just not something I'm comfortable using. So I use detergents that we use on our clothes. I will link the ones I've used below that I've had success with, so try them at your own risk. I don't want to tell you something and you ruin your cloth diapers. You can always go with recommended ones that are deemed safe for cloth diapers. I've just never followed that rule and have never had any issues with it. Is there any lingering smell after washing your diapers? So like I said, on that Facebook video, I got a lot of comments about how the diapers look dirty. I can't believe you're using those diapers on 3 children now, going on 4. They must smell. They do not smell. Our cloth diapers do not smell one bit. They do smell when they are in the wet bag after they have been soiled and used and rinsed off. There is a little bit of a smell, but it's very easy just to zip up your wet bag, leave it in the back of the bathroom, wash it every few days. I actually only wash every 5 to 7 days. So yes, in the bathroom, the soiled diapers will have a smell, just like a garbage can of disposable, stinky, dirty diapers. But after washing, no, there is no smell. I go through a rinsing process on our wash and then a washing cycle with detergent, and then I hang them outside pretty much every time. The sun is gonna get out any smells in itself because the sun just bleaches and pulls out bacteria, freshens things up naturally. But the question was, do they not stink after you pull them out of the washer? No, they do not stink. If properly rinsed, you do need to rinse out the soiled, dirty diapers before you put them in your wash because you can clog up your washing machine. But our washing machine, we've never had any problems pulling the diapers out and they smell stinky. But if you did, you could always just wash them again or put them out in the sun to dry, and I can almost guarantee this sun is going to pull out any residual smells that you might pick up on your diapers. But we have not had that issue, so I just kind of was appalled at how many people thought our diapers stunk from watching me hang our cloth diapers online in a 5-second video clip. So can you use them in daycare? So this actually wasn't a question, but this was a lady commenting that she used them in daycares and telling us her success about it. She said that people called her crazy, but it saved them so much money and it made potty training go so much smoother. So our kids are not in daycare, but my first child did go to a home day sitter. She kept about 5 to 6 kids in her home. And I remember going to her, telling her he used cloth diapers, and she was like, oh, that's no problem. You'll just have to show me how to use them. I know some daycares will be like, no, we're not using cloth diapers. But the one thing I feel like with the assembly cloth diapers, they're so much like a disposable. You literally just put it on the baby, snap it. Put the outer on the baby, snap it, and you're done. It's just 2 layers instead of the 1 disposable layer. Now I can understand they may not want to handle the poop, but I always just told our daycare sitter just to put all of the dirty diapers, soiled, wet, whatever's on them, straight into the wet bag, and I will handle the waste when we get home. So she would send us home with a bag of diapers that still might have poop in them, but it wasn't a big deal just to rinse it and throw it in the toilet when I got home. I know that sounds gross to some people, and if that is to you, then cloth diaper might not be for you, and that's totally okay. I can't for sure say if daycares will accept cloth diapers or not. It may just depend on the worker that is with your child. You would just have to ask that. But this sweet lady that commented said that her daycare was very accepting. They called her crazy for doing it, but they accepted that she wanted her child in cloth diapers, saved them so much money, and it helped potty training go so much faster. There were people commenting that their child was potty trained by 18 months to 2 years when using cloth diapers, and that's actually been the case for us too. Potty training is a whole different topic I'm not even going to get on. That's totally personal. If you want to potty train your kids early, or if you want to wait and let them do it naturally on their own, totally up to you. We've done it all. We potty trained by 18 months. We potty trained by right under 2. We did elimination communication. Then we went back to diapers. We've done it all, and I have no judgment there for whatever works for your family to do. But I will say that cloth diapers has sped up the process of toilet training because my children will end up pulling their diaper off when they're old enough, like in the 18 to 24 month range, because they don't like that wet feeling of the cloth diaper because it isn't as absorbent as the disposable. So that is an uncomfortable feeling. So like, think of it as an adult. If we were sitting in soiled, wet underwear versus if you were wearing like a Depends diaper, you're gonna feel that a lot more in the wet underwear than like an adult diaper. So same thing for kids. So she just commented that it helped with potty training for them. So I just wanted to share that tidbit with you guys. Are these a fitted diaper? So yes, assembly is a type of a fitted diaper. There are different types of diapers. There are, I can't remember, there's flats, pre-folds, there's all-in-ones, and then there's like the assembly system diapers. So an all-in-one is kind of like a fitted diaper. It fits around the baby. It has the insert inside to catch the pee or the poop. So assembly, I would say, is kind of like a fitted diaper, but it's a system. It's a two-part system. It has the inner white part, it has the outer cover. So you're gonna need to change the inner every time, the fitted part, and then the outer, as long as it's not wet or have poop on it, you can use it several times, so several diaper changes. Next question, how do you do this while traveling or on the road? So that's a wonderful question, because this was so intimidating for me at first. How is I gonna cloth diaper when we're traveling? We're gonna be out for the day. I have to carry all these diapers with me. And that's just what I do. I just pack the diaper bag full of about 6 to 8 diapers. If we're gonna be going for the full day, I do 6 to 8. If we're only gonna be going a couple hours, 3 or 4. I usually plan for about 1 diaper for every 1 to 2 hours, because you do need to change cloth diapers more often because they aren't as absorbent as disposable, obviously. So when we're just traveling for the day, I just pack the diaper bag with cloth diapers, put them in a little bag. I have a little bag just for cloth diapers within our diaper bag, so they're easy just to pull out and grab the bag for when I need a diaper. And then I have a travel wet bag. when I change their diaper, I put the whole diaper in the wet bag. If I'm somewhere where I can discard poop or rinse them, I will. But if not, just like I did when my child was in a day sitter, I would just empty it when I got home. It's not that big of a deal. It's your own child's poop, pee. I just found as a mom that stuff doesn't bother me anymore like I thought it would. So that's how we do it if we're on the day. Now, if we're on like an overnight trip, if we have a way I can do laundry, I will take the cloth diapers. If we don't, like for instance, if we're camping and I'm not gonna have laundry, then I just use disposable. I'm not against disposable at all. They've helped us out when we were in a pinch and we don't have cloth, or we run out of cloth, or we're on a traveling trip or something like that. Some people have concerns with car seat leaks with cloth diapers. I've never had an issue with that. We're on a long trip, like a 12-hour vacation trip, which we have taken, and I've left my child in cloth diapers. I just make sure I'm changing them every 2 to 3 hours so they're not getting squished up in their waist in that car seat, and just make sure they're not getting any type of rash from the wet diaper. So I've never had issues with that either. So it just takes a little more planning on your part to pack the diapers ahead of time, but you're gonna have to pack disposable anyway, so it's not any more difficult to pack cloth. It just takes up a little more room in your diaper bag, and then you have to have the wet bag to keep up with them when they are dirty or soiled. But never been a problem for us. You've used these now for 3 kids and now going on 4, because the video I posted said our cloth diapers after 3 babies, soon to be 4. So yes, that's kind of the point of cloth diapers. Cloth diapers are an investment up front. Our initial purchase of cloth diapers was about $300, I believe. If I'm trying to think back to what we bought, it was around $300. And then over time, our family has bought us more when we had new babies, so we would just ask for a few more sets of our cloth diapers. I bought a few more here and there and just extended our stash. So up front, there is an initial investment. So it would be pretty pricey, but honestly, I think that $300 or $400 for one child compared to the amount of disposables you're gonna use for that one child is probably cheaper in the long run. Then I had someone asking about your washing machine, electricity and soap and water and using all that. I don't really factor all that in. I see you probably technically would need to factor all that in if you wanted the true cost of cloth diapers. But for us, we've now used them for so many children, they have far outweighed the price. Just like anything, like paper towels are thought to be more expensive than reusable dish rags. I mean, obviously, I still use paper towels, but I also use rags to wipe the counters. So we know that reusable things are cheaper, but everyone's always gonna have their opinion on, I can't believe you're reusing these for multiple children. That's so nasty. So I've never thought that cloth diapering was nasty to reuse these for multiple children. They're clean, they're washed, they're stripped, they're bleached out through the sun naturally. So that is our cloth diapering experience. Like I said before, it doesn't matter to me what other people use for cloth diapers. Many people told me that they would never ever use cloth diapers and it was too much work, and that's totally fine. If you are not in a season of life or you just don't want to do the extra work of having cloth diapers, that's fine. Use disposable. I've never judged somebody for what type of diapering system they use on their kids, but I wanted to share some common questions and answers I get about our cloth diapers and some of the ones I got on those recent videos. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Hope you enjoyed coming along, seeing a little bit of our washing, drying, folding routine for our cloth diapers. If you have any questions about that, leave them below. I will link some older videos I have where I show you how I wash the cloth diapers, like talk you through it, how I strip the cloth diapers and talk you through that. So if you want more information on that. This is probably my 10th video probably on cloth diapers because I've talked about this so much. It's something I'm really passionate about. It saved our family so much money now with 3 children going on 4 that I just want to share our experience with it for families who want to know how to cloth diaper, because it is very intimidating when you first get started. If I left anything out or you have any further questions, leave them below. I'll be happy to elaborate, answer more questions on that, and I will talk to you in my next video.